Hello all, welcome back to Datacraft Institute. This is video 3 of module 2, of our SQL course. So here we will be learning the between, in and like clause, which are the smarter ways to filter data. So let's start. The between clause. Think of the between as your boundary setter. It filters result within an inclusive range, and you can use it to filter results for numbers, dates, or even text. So the syntax is where column name between value 1 and value 2. For example, where date between any start date or end date, where salary between 100 rupees and 500 rupees. So it avoids the extra filter. Example, where without between, your filters will look like where price greater than 10 and price less than 50. This can be replaced with where price between 10 and 50. Let us jump into our practical. So this is the DB SQLite DB. How to install it we have covered in module 1. Okay, so kindly go through that module. So I will just start uncommenting the codes. For example, if you want to know the salary between 60,000 and 70,000, so understand that between is also an inclusive range. In 60,000 and 70,000 will be included. So this is not the between clause, this is the AND filter, okay, using AND, which we have already studied in previous videos. So if you will see, we get 3 values. Okay, so before we get 3 values, let me show you all the values of this particular table. Okay, so this is all the values. I will take a screenshot. Okay, and suppose you want to know where salary is greater than 60,000 and less than 70,000. So you get 3 values. So this is 60,000, this value, this value, this value, and this value. Okay, John, Meena, Priya, John, Meena, and Priya. Okay, so this is using the AND clause. Same things you can get using the between clause instead of writing the AND filter over here, where salary between 60,000 and 70,000. No need of this greater than, equal to, less than, equal to signs. Okay, so if I will just execute it, you see I have got John, Meena, Priya. Same result which we got here. So this is the between clause which helps us to filter data in a smarter way. Now the same between clause can be used with dates. For example, joining date between 2021 and 2023. Okay, so what should be the one? Joining date between, so this should come, this should not 2023, this should come, this should come, 3 values should come. So I see more than 3 values. 2021, so yeah, this should also come, this should also come. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 values should come. 1 2 3 4 5. So Ravi, Anita, John, Priya, Kiran. Ravi, Anita, John, Priya, Kiran. Okay, so you can filter date ranges also. You will see in real databases in production systems, you will often have to filter between a date range. Okay, so this particular query and using this clause is very handy in actual production scenarios. Now you can also use between to filter strings like name, Kiran. This will be filtered based on an alphabetical order. Think of it like filtering based on dictionary. Okay, so what comes in dictionary between Anita and Kiran, so those values will be filtered. So a between A and K, you have A B C D F G H I J K. So J A, so these values will be coming. Okay, so if you will see here, everything between A and K, you will get that. Everything else is after A and K. Okay, only Anita, Kiran, and John. Okay, Anita, Kiran, John, and Arjun also. He is also from A. Okay, so only these values will be coming. Else comes after. So this will think of it like it will filter based on the dictionary position of the names. Okay, it's on an alphabetical order. So moving on, we will see the in clause. So the in operator Now the in operator is your best friend when you have a specific list of wanted items. So it checks if a value matches any value in a list. For example, where country in USA, UK or France. So the in is significantly more readable than chaining multiple or statements. So let's jump into the practical. So we will see how an in statement works. So for example, I need employee where department is equal to IT or department is equal to HR. So previously we have read or statement in our previous videos. So let me execute this. So we will get a list of values. So these peoples are where department is IT or HR. So a better way to write it is using in statement. So where department in IT or HR. So you can write like that. Okay, same value you will be getting over here, IT or HR. So this is the in statement. Instead of writing multiple or statement, you can use the in statement. So moving on, the like operator. Now the like, it returns, so when you don't know the exact value, you use the like operator. This is also very important in production scenarios. So this is kind of a pattern matching. It is used to search for a specified pattern in the column. So percentage represents 0, 1 or multiple characters, and underscore represents a single character. Let us see what we are, let us see, check in the practicals what we have learned. So here you can see, let me put a like operator here. So select star from employee where department like, suppose I want, or I would say where name, I need all the people whose name starts with A. Okay, so I will put a percentage. So if you see, we have two people whose name starts with A, Arjun and Anita. Okay, and I have got their values. What if I want to know whose names end with A? So it will be percentage A. Okay, so you see Anita, Arjun will not come here. Anita, Meena, Priya, Neha. Okay, Anita, Meena, Priya, Neha, 4 people will be coming. So that is the like operator. And one more thing, if you remember, I said, for example, if you just want one character, it's a wild card, means anything can come before A. Suppose you want only one character to be accommodated. For example, H, you write it underscore. Okay, so for example, only one character after H should be accounted. So where suppose I need department, like, which starts with H and only one character should come after H, which is definitely HR. So we will get 2 values. So 2 people are there from HR department, which are these Anita and Priya. Okay, so yes, so that is the like operator over here. I will comment this. Moving on to our PPT. So the comparison table, between, it is used for price ranges, date span, anything you can use it, salary ranges. Okay, so a beginner way of doing is value greater than equal to something and less than equal to. Instead of that, we use the between. In is multiple discrete categories. For example, value is equal to X or value is equal to Y or value is equal to Z. Instead that, we use value in X, Y, Z. Okay, like is like is used for partial matches, like H percentage, A percentage. Okay, so for those cases we use like. Now there is one lethal logic trap, and many people make this mistake in production system. It is trying to use percentage inside an in clause. Okay, so where name in A percentage, B percentage, C percentage. Okay, so it doesn't return the correct result, okay, because SQL looks for literal strings like a percentage. So this expression strings in clause will not work correctly. So with in clause, so instead of using these expressions like this, you need to use the traditional way, where name like a percentage or name like b percentage or name like c percentage. If you want to use a like operator and an in operator, you cannot use it together like this. Generally you will have to, generally you will have to use it in the old fashioned way using the or operator. Okay. So to show you the example, if I want to select the employee ID which either end with 4 or 7, so in our case it will be Meena and Kiran. If I execute it, I will not get any value, because in doesn't work very well with regular expressions like percentage. So to execute such kind of queries, you need to use or only, the traditional way. Select star from employee, where employee ID like regular expression ends with 4, or employee ID like percentage ends with 7. So if I will execute it, I will get Meena and Kiran. So with like you have to use the or statements if you have to combine multiple likes together, okay, multiple regular expressions together. So moving on, so this is the summary. So as a senior developer or a developer, your goal is intent based coding, and you have to use it cautiously based on your intent. So in ABC, it is much cleaner than 3 or statements. Between, generally you use it for a continuous range, more readable than greater than equal to and less than equal to. And in, you use it for like exact items A, B, C, like that. And you can use pattern statements, multiple partial patterns, okay, like a percentage, b percentage, like that. So thank you all for joining. So we will see you in the next video.